them up, but the one book is called The Fish Philosophy. And I saw it, I read the book and I saw the video on it, which we're going to watch today. And it really resonated with me because it sunk into my head. I was like, that's a great philosophy to have. It's a philosophy that I buy into with everything I do in life, especially in camp. So that's really, really powerful. The second theory is the bucket theory. Some of you have heard me talk about the bucket theory. And How Full Is Your Bucket is a book that I just recently read. I read it probably within about the last 8 or 9 months. The fish philosophy I read a long time ago, and I've used that in everything I do. But the bucket theory literally has changed my total perspective on life. Now, I don't live the bucket theory 100%. I will fully admit that, but I'm trying and striving to work towards the bucket theory. Both books have been very instrumental in developing me both personally and professionally. And so that's where this comes from. And then it drives into the culture, staff culture, and also customer service in camp. So keeping that in mind. And we're going to do some really, really cool stuff with it and get you guys to interact a little bit. So, Andy, next slide, please. Number one, what do you think is one of the number one things at camp that we look to as an indicator of our success? Camper weeks?
Teamwork.
Teamwork?
Smiles on kids' faces.
Smiles on kids' faces.
Retention.
Retention. Parents, please. All those are definitely things that are number one in my book. But there's one thing that the industry says that a camp director or a camp should look to see what their success is. Andy, next power slide, please. Retention. The reason why Brady knows that is he hears me beat it into his head all the time. Retention. Retention is the number one indicator in camping. This is how you know whether your camp's successful. This is how you know if you're doing the right thing. It's cost effective to keep the old children than to recruit new ones. I can go out and work our old campers for less money, more effectively than I can to go out and try to recruit a brand new camper. It costs me a lot more money. My time, expense, and travel, and then also if I got to go to like a camper recruiting fair or pay a rental fee to go to a booth or something. Selling the sweet spot. Now that's not perverse, that is the PG thing. Selling the sweet spot. The sweet spot is what age bracket or what area of camp do you know that you have the most number of campers. Okay? Anybody want to take a guess? Boys, girls, horse campers, regular campers, ages, think any of that stuff. What do you think is the sweet spot in camp? Pycraft.
I think you ideally want 7-year-olds, and I think we get mostly girls.
Okay, anybody else? Brandon. Horse camp. Anybody else?
Teams.
Teams? Rangers? It's actually age-based. Statistics will show boys and girls vary a tremendous amount from camp to camp. Programming varies a tremendous amount from camp to camp. Some camps do horses very, very well. So their numbers are skewed, their horse numbers are skewed. Some camps do trips to travel very well, so their numbers are skewed in that direction. There's one indicator that's a constant throughout. The sweet spot are 10, 11, 12, and 13-year-olds. Okay? Those are the ones that have the most retention. They're the campers that typically are the biggest group in your overall summer. They're the campers that buy into your camp philosophy the fastest. And they're the ones that are coming back year to year to year to year to year. Okay? I know why Pycraft says 7. Thought process is, oh man, you want to sell a 7-year-old because you get them at 7, you keep them all the way through to 17. 7, 8, 9-year-olds are the hardest campers to repeat a summer.